Ay, ay, ay.
Alicia, get off my back. Alicia, Alicia.
This guy's a celebrity. This guy's a celebrity. Look, this guy's a celebrity. CNN Brazil. Let's check something out. See if this is clickbait or not. Let's check it out. See if it's clickbait. Cause you gotta make sure. It might be clickbait. Might be clickbait. Or maybe not. Oh, wow. Wow. This is legit. Wow. Whoa. Whoa. This is legit. This is legit. I thought it was clickbait. This is legit. It's in Portuguese too. This is legit. I thought it was clickbait. Wow. 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 How do you translate this joint? How do you translate this joint? The public ministry, an investigation into an alleged practice of by the American YouTuber Austin Holleman. Between the end of 2022 and the beginning of 2023, Holleman published a series of videos on the streets of Salvador in which he recounts how easy it was to have a relationship with women in Brazil. In one instance, he recounts how he was walking down the street and was approached by a woman, and that after 5 seconds they were kissing. Who kisses a woman after 5 seconds? A streetwalker. It was probably with some dude 30 minutes prior. That's crazy. Diabolical. According to him, this would be normal in Brazil. Yo, what's up with this weirdo, man? This weirdo and this other weirdo friend, right? You know they hang out together. Go to his page. They've been traveling together for 4 or 5 years, but what's understood don't have to be explained. But let's get back to this page. Later, he got her number and they arranged to go out. The YouTuber claims that the girl kept rubbing against his arm and that she said he was affectionate in addition to asking about his life and family. On Holleman's YouTube, this guy's locked up. He won't let me out. On Holleman's YouTube channel, which has over 50,000 subscribers, there's also posts claiming that Brazilian women desire financial stability in order to date, as well as exhibitionist images of women in bikinis. The influencer encourages foreigners watching the video to grab their passport country. After being criticized, Holleman deleted one of the videos and stated on social media that a handful of Brazilians will ruin Brazil's reputation if they continue attacking me. I love the people of Brazil, but this negative people need to leave me alone. Or he's trying to dodge those bullets. Contacted by CNN, the public prosecutor's office stated that it has initiated proceedings to investigate alleged crimes. Oh wow. Wow. CNN is also trying to contact users who have not yet received a response. Austin. Austin. They got some explaining to do. Bro. And let me be honest with y'all, man. Like, this voyage, this journey, this movement, quote unquote, isn't what a lot of people make it up to be. It's not peaches and cream. A lot of people are into peaches and cream, right? There's a lot of weird stuff going overseas that has been documented over the past few days, weeks, and months, right? When women were talking about what passport bros are going overseas to do, right? Some of it is true, and I know a lot of people are, I know a lot of people on social media when they say, "Oh, Western women are hating, Western women are fat, they're just complaining." A lot of this, listen, from someone who's been to 30 countries, maybe over 30 countries, right? All of these women aren't lying. All of these women are not lying. And I'm talking about from a perspective of someone who travels a lot, right? Me. All of these women aren't lying. You have a group of guys that consider themselves passport bros that are doing pay for play. Listen, I'm not knocking it, right? I've had the discussion with men. Hey, you're paying for it regardless, right? You're going on dates, you're paying for it. Might as well do pay for play. I've had this discussion. I've had this talk. I try to get people's perspective, right? But you can't claim to be a if all you're doing is pay for play, right? And you, listen, if you go to a lot of these dudes' pages, right, they've been traveling for years. How many relationships have they been in, right? And I'm not talking about, oh man, you took a girl on a date a few times, right? So she can get a free meal. Oh man, girl stayed with you for a day or two so she can get out of poverty, right? So she can have air conditioning and heat, right? So she can have a nice place to stay, right? I'm not talking about that. Because if you look deeper into these guys that have these women stay with them for a couple of days, she don't have no job. So if a woman can stay with you for a couple of days and she don't have no job, what do you think she does for a living? What you talking about, Willis? Let's be honest. A lot of these guys that are claiming this passport bro name aren't passport bros, and they're exactly what YouTube and they're in denial about is talking about, and that's pay for play. A lot of these guys are going overseas and paying. Listen, I'm not now. You do what you want to do. I don't know you. You don't know me. What happens in your life doesn't affect me. What happens in my life doesn't affect you. I really don't care. That's why I am honest, and that's why I am blunt, and that's why I'm giving y'all the sad, blunt truth. A lot of these guys are not passport bros because the foundation of the passport bro movement is to find a relationship. The foundation of the passport bro movement isn't to go overseas and pay for play. That's not the foundation of the movement. A lot of guys are in for pay for play. Listen, I was in a relationship, as people seen on my page, I, I did it, the psycho attacked me, which is cool, right? Ain't the first woman to hit me, right? A year or so before her, I was with this Ugandan chick, right? I did it. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? I've done the relationships, and as I've said time and time again, I was married for 5 years to a Dominican. Go to a lot of these dudes' pages. They've been traveling for 5 years. Ain't none of them in no relationships. Ain't none of them in 5 years and 15 countries. You couldn't find a partner. 5 years and 15 countries. You couldn't find not one woman that you were interested in. 5 years and 15 countries. No woman liked you and you like them to give it a shot. 5 years and 15 countries. You couldn't find a submissive woman in 5 years and 15 countries. Listen, let me be honest. A lot of these dudes is, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of these dudes is, they're playing both sides of the field. I don't care. It has nothing to do with me. The community, please don't attack me. I don't care, right? I'm not knocking it, right? But a lot of these dudes is a little, is a little. In 5 years, you couldn't find a woman. Did you find a man? Excuse me. Pause. So here's you got. We got guys that calling themselves passport bros that just don't pay for play, right? You got guys that are into guys too, but they're gonna throw some women in the pictures and the videos to, sugarcoat the truth, right? You got guys that are playing both sides of the field, right? You got a few other types, but the main one that's in the news is these guys, right? You think he? And listen, I'm not saying nothing that is a lie. He is in a lot of Austin's videos, right? I don't know if he deleted it, right? But I got the screenshots. This gentleman, right? This gentleman right here is in a lot of Austin videos. They have like 4 years of traveling together. It's like 4 years of videos of them. The truth can never be considered disrespect. They're in videos together, right? And this is what CNN Brazil said. He's Austin's a ST, right? And this guy's a PDF, a pedicure, and they hang out together, right? I'm just telling you the facts. CNN said they're investigating Austin for ST. This guy's arrested for being a pedicure. They hang out together for years. These are the facts. I'm not assuming nothing, or am I? You can make your own assumptions. CNN said it. I didn't have to say it. CNN said it. CNN said it. Right? CNN said it. I didn't say it. Right? CNN said it. CNN said it. It's right here. CNN said it. CNN said that he's been investigated for that. That's what CNN said. And the police has him for being a pedicure. So you got someone who's been investigated for an alleged ST, and you got someone that's being investigated for an alleged pedicure, hanging out together. I'm just saying, these are the facts. CNN said it in the news. These are the facts. I'm not assuming. You can make your own assumption. All right, so it's just crazy out here, man. We've uh, and here's the other part of the passport movement that people aren't really telling you about, right? You got the people that are doing paper play, right? Whatever. People that are doing that are little, you know, whatever, right? You got people that are doing what this guy's doing, right? Whatever, and you got people that are, I got to be careful how I word this stuff, but I told this story to someone, right? I was in where was I at? I think it was the Philippines or Cambodia. It was a while ago. I was in one of these countries. I was in this taxi. I'm like, hey, da da da. He said, taxis, they be trying to sell you everything. Taxis try to sell you tattoos, restaurants, clubs, everything, right? That's how taxis are in a lot of these countries. He was, hey man, I can get you a girl, right? This is what taxis. I remember, I've told this story to other people in real life. He said, hey man, I can get you a girl. I said, cool. He said, I can get you a young girl. I said, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, yeah, give me a young girl. And I was like, he was like, how young? I said, man, what are you talking about? Like, how young? I mean, a young girl is cool. He was like, I'm thinking, I wasn't thinking, when I said young girl is cool, I wasn't thinking what he was thinking, right? And this dude was like, hey, how about this? I'm like, whoa, I didn't, whoa, like, whoa, no, fam. No, fam, not that young, fam. And I'm not going to get into the numbers or whatever, the age or whatever he said, but I'm like, no. Cut that out, bro. So there are some people that, and it's a documentary on it of people that go overseas and get caught up doing that too. And you know what I'm talking about. Like I said, hey, like ain't nobody going overseas, man. If someone say I can get your girl and you're saying, yeah, 45, 40, right? But it's crazy out there. The movement is not a movement anymore. It's a catastrophe. It's a disaster. It's a horror story. Because time and time again, people are making the news. And it's not for anything good. People like all look for a relationship, all look for a submissive woman. All right, in 4 or 5 years you haven't found her yet. In 4 or 5 years you have not found a submissive woman. Let's see what these people are talking about. Look at this. He's all over. This guy's done for. And I thought this was AI or something, but this is for sure. He's done for. And they hung out together, and I'm not listening. I'm just saying it. Go to his page. Truth can never be considered disrespect, right? Truth can never be considered disrespect. Look at it. The truth can never be considered disrespect, right? And here's what happens, right? And some of the same things that's happening in or happening in Brazil, they've happened in other places around the world. And I can guarantee you, this isn't that guy's first time. First time getting caught. Because if you look at different news articles, it says what he had a camera, a camera watch, some hidden camera device. The dude, the the dude was he, he he had 10 toes in. Like he wasn't half in it. Like he had 10 toes in it. Like he was. And thank God he was caught. Thank respect to the taxi driver. But this wasn't that guy's first time. This was not that guy's first time. And here's my advice to people, man. Here's my advice to people. Don't listen to people's advice. Do not listen to people's advice. Make your own decisions, right? Make your own mistakes. Do not listen to people. Do not listen to people's advice, because I won't listen. And I don't even call people's name out, but it's just so much controversy now that I gotta call people's name out. I went to Austin's link, man, and we can go to it together. And he talking about yeah, don't quote. It was like $30 to talk to his assistant, right? You go to it yourself. Don't take my word for it. $30 to talk to his assistant, non-refundable. If his assistant thinks that he can be of service to you, they'll make it happen. If not, you just talk to his assistant and lost your $30. Let me repeat that again. It's like $30 to talk to his assistant. Go to his page. Don't take my word. If his assistant feel like he can be of service to you, you'll talk to Austin, which I'm sure will be another X amount of dollars. But it's $30 an initial consultation, just to talk to his assistant. $30 initial consultation just to talk to his assistant. Just to talk to his assistant. These guys are hustling, y'all. And I got some stuff coming out next year that I'm working on to help the community, right? But a lot of these password bros with links in their page are trying to hustle you. Let's be honest. And we're going to be honest. Even before me talking about I want stuff, I want to put stuff out to help the community. 99.9% of any information you want to get about any country can be found online. I was looking at going to Vietnam. You can find it online. You can find passport bros that have been to Vietnam. You can find passport bros that live in Vietnam. But I'm using the word passport bro loosely. You can find men that live in Vietnam. You can find men that travel to Vietnam. You can find men that have girlfriends in Vietnam, right? Any country that you're considering visiting, you can find on YouTube or TikTok another gentleman's experience there. What another gentleman experienced having a relationship with. You really don't need to pay for no one's link. Now, if you have low self-esteem and you need some life mentorship and guidance, and a man to lift you up and give you goals, and you need that extra push, sure, pay someone for it. Shoot, pay me for it. I'll talk to you for an hour and tell you what you need to do to get yourself in a better position. But do not fall for this, oh, pay me for these services so I can tell you something that you probably could have got online. You probably could have got on Chat GPT and got the answer to. Do not be hustled, right? And Colombia is going through the same thing that Brazil is going through. Brazil is kind of new to everyone, but Colombia is going through it too. A lot of guys have been deported in Colombia. You think they started having all these extra security measures, wanting to allegedly go through people's phone? I don't know anyone that they've gone through their phone. Right? I've asked several guys, hey, did they go through your phone? Nope, 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 nope. I don't know one that told me that they've gone through their phone, right? But allegedly they are, right? Allegedly, right? Allegedly. But do you think that Colombia is going through all of these security measures just because? Just because they want to hold up the immigration line that's already long with 500 people in it? And I could find these news reports, and this might be one of them. Let me see. There's a lot of guys that are going to Colombia. They got a weird past too. There's a lot of guys that are going to Colombia. They got some heinous charges, just like this guy right here. And this is what they're doing. They said, "Hey man, I did, some heinous stuff in America, right? I'm gonna go overseas. They're not going to know. Hmm, interesting. That's really not how it plays out. They go overseas and they get in their line and they hand over their passport and they look up their information, however they do it, right? Whatever system that they have. Maybe they apply for the visa prior to coming and it's already in the system. And they say, hey man, you got some crazy charges in the States. You was in prison for doing some crazy stuff in the States. We don't want you in our country. And that's what I'm pretty sure this guy here is about, right? Without even clicking on the link. It says, I'm assuming, but there's multiple allegations of men going to Colombia that have some heinous, weird, nasty, diabolical charges in the States. And they're going overseas where they think they're not going to get caught, so they can go overseas and do the same thing. And these countries are and should continue to crack down. If you've done some weird stuff in the States and you can use your imagination for weird, you shouldn't be allowed to travel. You shouldn't be allowed to get a passport. Because a lot of these people that do weird stuff, right? They say, hey, I'm gonna wake up and do this in the morning. You think they don't think about doing it again? The hell with rehabilitation. Listen, passport bros, man, U.S. man found passport bros are some of the sickest, nastiest. Listen, individuals in the world. And I'm not telling you what I think. The news articles say that. Listen, if you want to genuinely go overseas and find your wife, find your partner, find your girlfriend, you can do that. There are women out there that are, no matter what you look like, that are into you. There are women out there that will cater to your needs. But we have to understand that women have needs too. The whole I'm a passport bro, I'm black, I'm white, I'm this, I'm that. A woman's gonna get down on her knees and bow to me and hail, master, kumbaya. Those days, those rumors are the biggest clickbait of nonsense I've ever heard in my life. You have needs, you have things you want from a woman. That woman has needs and things she wants from you. Don't fall for the clickbait of, oh man, it's easy here. Yeah, it's real easy when you're American woman didn't want me, so I got my passport. Yeah. This guy's funny. I'm not telling you to follow him. I'm not saying not to follow him, but he does make me laugh. But this I'm not. I can't even call myself a passport bro anymore. I got. My name Chris keeps flying, man. Because people like him and his travel buddy him have contributed to the negativity surrounding by passport bros, right? And if you're gonna pay for someone's class, for someone's counseling, for someone to talk to you, right? That goes around and starts kissing women after 5 seconds of meeting them on the street, you got bigger problems. Listen, every woman that approached me on the street was selling. I'm just being honest with you. Women that approach you on the street, 99.9% of the time are selling. 99.9, 100.9% of the time are selling. So if you want to listen to a guy that goes around kissing streetwalkers, hookers, prostitutes, if you want to listen to a guy that goes around kissing streetwalkers, hookers, and prostitutes, if you want to pay for a guy to give you advice that goes around kissing hookers, prostitutes, streetwalkers, who am I to judge? The truth can never be considered disrespect.